Hello Stampers, this is Kelly Acheson at stampabove.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today for my Wait What? Wednesday tip video, I'm going to share a technique with you called faux watercoloring. It's a super easy technique, but one I think that you will love. I also have another card that I'm going to share with you using the same technique with just a little different twist. So let's get started and I'll show you how I did it. I'm going to bring in an aqua painter. I've got a scrap of Whisper White cardstock here, and then I've chosen Memento Black, Crushed Curry, Shaded Spruce, and Real Red for my ink pads. So we're going to do the Christmas trees first. And I chose this gorgeous stamp set called Timeless Tidings. It's just got a lot of Christmas greetings in it, and then these small images. And I thought, wow, you can do a lot of stuff with the stamp set that's all about the greetings and some little images. I'm going to bring in that tree here, and I'm going to ink it up with the Shaded Spruce ink. And I'm just going to stamp that on my scrap a couple times. I'm just going to offset these trees a little bit. Now the faux watercoloring comes in when you have wet ink and you just come in with an aqua painter and blend it a little bit. This ink is not waterproof and that's why it bleeds, but it's just a really easy way to decorate a card without a whole bunch of products or fuss, right? Okay, there's my trees. Pretty neat, right? All right, I am going to use my Memento Black ink, and I'm going to stamp this gorgeous greeting that says, hoping beautiful moments and happy memories surround you at this time of year. Now, who isn't going to love a sentiment like that? There we go. And then I brought in one of the ovals from the Stitched Shapes framelit set. I'm going to die cut this and I'll be right back. All right, here comes our greeting. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to show you the other, whoops, I don't know why I'm turning that around. That was silly. I meant to turn this around. I'm going to show you the other element for the card that I made. I'm going to bring in that poinsettia, and I've got Real Red ink here. Now, I'm going to stamp this. One of the things that I wanted to mention to you is you don't want to stamp your words first because these images are kind of overlapping with my greeting, and the Memento ink will also bleed. So I want to keep this pure, meaning red, not with any black in it. So that's why I'm stamping the images first and then the greeting. I'm going to clean off that aqua painter. These aqua painters come 2 to a pack. This is the large one. You also get a smaller one. And I absolutely love them. I've got a little bit of ink in the lid of my Crushed Curry ink pad. And to do that, you leave your new ink pads. These are the newer style. You leave them closed and then you just push on the back of them, and that's going to pool up a little bit of ink right here. And I just want to grab a little bit of this. Now, because I don't want the center of my poinsettia to bleed red, I'm just going to touch the Crushed Curry to it. I'm not blending it because otherwise it'll turn kind of a pinky yellow color, and I want it to stay yellow. There's another great tip for using this technique. Now, to take this just a little bit further, we've got our poinsettia all colored in. I can take my Real Red ink pad and put a little bit of that ink into the lid, and we can do a little bit of shading if you want to get fancy. Now, I think this poinsettia looks just beautiful the way it is, but if you want to get a little fancier, I'm going to just dissipate that a little bit. You can come in and give it some shading around the outside edge of these petals. I'm going to get just a little bit more water coming out here. My brush is getting kind of dry. You just squeeze it a little bit. This, what would I call it? I wanted to say chamber, but that's not the word I'm looking for. The What do you call this? Come on, somebody help me out. I know, I'm expecting somebody to answer me, and it's not going to happen, is it? I'll think of it. But anyways, this tube you just fill up with water. There's a much better word than tube. Okay, and I like to just kind of go around and do one side and then come back in and do the other. You can do this any way you choose, obviously. The shading police are not going to be knocking at your door. Is there such a thing? Nope. And this just gives each one of these petals a little highlight in the middle where it looks like, you know, a highlight. Now you can continue to blend this as much as you want. I think I'm going to call it good. I might just blend this just a little bit because it's kind of sticking out there like a sore thumb. Oh, look at that. Something new. I hadn't done this before. Well, this is working well too. Tone down those shading a little bit. Isn't that just beautiful? Okay, then I'm going to grab my greeting that says, sending good tidings of comfort and joy. There's a great Christmas greeting, right? I'm just going to stamp, make sure I have this right side up, stamp this right over here. And then I've got the square image. I don't use these as much as I use my ovals and my circles, so I thought I need to use some squares. I am going to die cut this in the Big Shot, and I'll be right back and show you what I did with all this. Okay, here we come. If you just push your fingers around the edge here, you'll hear that snapping loose. Just be gentle with it. It'll come right out. And then I thought as long as I was here, why not show you the whole card? That sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? Okay, I'm going to bring in my layers here. I've got a card base of crumb cake that's 5.5 by 8.5. Just going to burnish that edge good. This is a really quick and easy card to put together. Then I've got a piece of basic black, and this is 4 by 5.25. We're going to add that to the front. It's kind of an odd color for a Christmas card, maybe, you might be thinking, or maybe you're not. But if you are thinking that, hang tight. It all falls together quite nicely. Now, by the way, let me explain the Designer Series paper. This is the All is Bright Designer Series paper. You guys, if you follow me, you've seen me use this several times. This is the other side of the stockings right here. And what I thought would be kind of cool is if I added those Christmas trees on this paper too. And that's a technique that I learned a long time ago from my upline, my Stampin' boss, Anne. And it's something that I forget to do, but it's fun to stamp on your Designer Series paper too. And it's something I just don't think about. So I'm just gonna stamp a few trees here, just like that. And it kind of looks like your forest continues going. Isn't that neat? So there's another tip for you. Okay, I also took some of our Joyous Noel glimmer paper. This comes in a great big pack. I don't remember how many sheets of each you get, but it's a lot, and they're all 6 by 6. So I took the copper colored one and used the sprig punch to punch out a couple copper sprigs. And I'm going to take those. Now, what I find with glimmer paper, this glimmer paper will glue nicely when you put glue on the back of it, but I need to glue 2 of these together, and they are not going to cooperate with me because glue doesn't stick good on the glimmer paper. So I like to use glue dots because it'll stick great to the back here, and then that will stick. And I'm just offsetting these a little bit. Okay, so we have that nice big bunch there. Then I'm going to bring in my bow jig and a little baker's twine. And nothing screams old-fashioned Christmas to me like burlap and twine. I don't know, it just gives me that warm, fuzzy feeling that I just love about Christmas. And I do love Christmas. I love Christmas shopping. I love the crowds at the stores. I love the chaos. I know you guys might find that shocking about me, right? No, you don't. If you know me at all, you know I just love all that stuff. I love people watching. My husband and I usually go to the mall about, oh, and I'm curling the end of it with my bone folder, just like you curl ribbon. And while it won't spiral up, it does give it some nice little curls there. My husband and I love to go to the mall like the Saturday before Christmas. And you might be gasping right now, but that is a true statement. And we love to watch the people. And I don't know, maybe it's a little sick on my part, but you know, you see these people dragging their kids around. It's, you know, late at night. They should be in bed. They're tired. They're hungry. They're screaming. The kids are screaming and crying. The parents are yelling at them. And we're going, there's that Christmas cheer. I don't know. I just kind of get a kick out of it. People take things too seriously. And you know what? If you can't laugh, you need to stay home. I also took the Joyous Noel glimmer paper and cut out an oval that's going to fit behind this. And again, I am going to choose to use mini glue dots because I know they'll stick to this glitter paper. If you don't have any mini glue dots, you are in luck. It is your lucky day. I sell these. You can head right over to my blog. The address is right there. Use the monthly host code. That'll get you some special perks with me. And place an order in my online store. Get yourself some mini glue dots and some of these other goodies too. The Sprig Punch was on back order. This is going to be available in about a week and a half. So even though it's on back order, you can still order it and they will just ship it when it becomes available. The rest of your order will go out right away. So that's always nice, right? I'm going to grab some of these dimensionals. These are my empties. I always bring these home from classes that I do in person and use the edges because why would you throw these away? I'm going to do this, this. This is a big piece, so I'm going to put 4 of them on here. We want it to be nice and stable. Nobody likes a card that falls apart, right? Or is lopsided because you didn't use enough dimensionals. And you get a ton of them when you buy them. There's 3 cards of them. There's a ton. And I sell those too. I know you guys know that, right? Okay, here comes my, isn't that just pretty? I thought that was so pretty. And then we're gonna add this to that black. And the reason why I chose black is I wanted to tie together the black ink here someplace. And I used this for that pop of copper color that I thought was pretty. Now we have to do something with the inside because you know the card's not over if you're watching me and there's an empty inside. That just makes me sad. The party should not end when you open a card. These again are from that same stamp set, the Timeless Tidings. Beautiful fonts in here, absolutely beautiful. And then I want to do one little Christmas tree right down here. Okay, we have a completed Christmas card. This did not, whoops, hang on, I just stuck my finger in the ink. You know how this goes. Oops, and I'm out of baby wipes. This is so not cool. I might have to go to the store. I might have to stop stamping today and run to the store. My husband left this morning to go up north because he's going bow hunting. I know he bow hunts a lot. But he's not feeling well, and he sat around here for a couple days feeling horrible. You guys know he really struggles with a few good days and then some bad days. So anyways, he left. I'm home alone. It's opening gun hunting in Wisconsin this weekend, and I have the next few days to stamp to my heart's content, so I'm pretty excited. Here's this card, and isn't that oh so pretty? And what are we going to do with this? Well, let me show you. We have this. Is this not pretty? So let me tell you a few things about this one. This is the same designer series paper that I used for the other card. Let me bring that back in here for a minute. This is the other side, the beautiful gold ornaments. This is the other side that I used on the background here. This is the gorgeous glittered ribbon. Is that the proper name? Let me tell you the proper name. Glittered organdy ribbon. It's 3/8 of an inch wide. You get, I think, 10 yards. Yep, 10 yards. And look at how pretty that is. It's just beautiful. So I wanted to do something to tie the gold flecks in this ribbon into the rest of my card. And I thought, what should I do? I should put some rhinestones on here. So I've got my take your pick tool. I was using the pokey end when I was stamping earlier. Now I'm going to turn it around and get the little spatula end out. And that's how I'm going to put some rhinestones on this card. And I'm just going to scatter them randomly. And I think that looks good. Oh, look, I've got a pearl on there. And here's what I did with the other card. So again, just that tiny little greeting from the Timeless Tidings. We did a faux watercolor technique with it, as well as the trees here. We're stamping on designer series paper. That's cool. And the inside of this one, ooh la la. What do you guys think? I hope you have found something fun to do with your stamping supplies. This technique really is amazing. You need yourself an aqua painter. These are, I think they're $16. You get 2 of them and they last forever. You will absolutely never regret getting these. You can use them with a variety of things. You can fill the barrel, that's the word, the barrel. You can fill the barrel up with bleach and you can color out some of the color of your cardstock. That's another really fun technique. Maybe I should do my next video about that. I like that idea. I'm going to write that down. Okay, if you need to place an order, you can head right over to my blog at stampabove.com. Use the host code here. You can always find the current host code in the right-hand column. You'll see a little owl with the box that says whatever month it is, host code. You want to use that. That'll get you special perks with me. It's what allows me to give away product for prizes and drawings and all of that. Make sure you join me on Facebook every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. I am live at A Stamp Above - Your Creative Coach. You will absolutely love it. I give away a lot of stuff every Facebook Live. And head right over here to go to my blog. That'll take you to the place where you will find everything you need to know. Ordering buttons, previous projects. I've got a lot of videos on there. Also, you want to click down here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything I have coming out. You'll find all kinds of tips and techniques on my YouTube channel. And you can just head there, head to YouTube, and do a search for Kelly Acheson. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. I will be back tomorrow with a color challenge in the Stampers Dozen blog hop. Bye-bye.